Despite the influx of talent in the WNBA, this sporting league hasn't received its fair share of popularity. However, even with limited popularity, the ladies in this league are in top physical form for basketball, and their beauty is so much so that they can easily pass as models. Here are 12 of the most beautiful WNBA players to look for this year. Number 12, Sue Bird. In 10 years, Sue Bird will be 50 years old, and at this rate, she will still be dominating the game of basketball. The 11-time All-Star has 4 WNBA championships with the Seattle Storm, 4 Olympic gold medals, 4 FIBA World Cups, and 2 NCAA championships with the Connecticut Huskies. For someone who barely talks about her own greatness, who instead frames it as part of a collective effort of everyone around her, teammates, coaches, ownership, and fans, Sue has already reached a peak few athletes in any professional sport do. Sue won the 2020 WNBA championship title, becoming the second oldest player to win a WNBA title, behind Taj McWilliams Franklin, who was 13 days from turning 41 when she won with the Minnesota Lynx in 2011. Number 11, Emma Meesseman. Emma Meesseman is a professional basketball player from Belgium. She plays for the Washington Mystics of the WNBA and is currently playing for UMMC Ekaterinburg. As a young woman, she was named FIBA Europe's Young Women's Player of the Year in 2011. And at just 28, who is partially deaf and plays with hearing aids, she has already built up an outstanding portfolio of career accolades that most players can only dream of achieving. Emma was raised in Yaris and started her club career when she was 16. Her mother, Sonia Tankry, is a former player herself and was named the Belgian Women's Basketball Player of the Year in 1983. In 2013, after impressing in League and Eurocup play in Belgium and France, Emma was selected 19th overall by the Washington Mystics in the WNBA draft. Number 10, Kayla George. Anyone familiar with the WNBA knows very well about Kayla George and her signature ponytail look on the court. Kayla has a model-cut face with brownish hair and deep eyes to complement her facial structure. As on the field, Kayla George initially made her senior debut back in 2008. Following it, she has bagged numerous titles and achievements to date. The bubbly, bright, and fun-loving George offers a whirlwind of talent on the court, but brings another level of passion to her businesses. George has 2 businesses on opposite ends of the spectrum: Rami & Coco, an online store which sells different apparel, candles, and other goodies, and KaylaGeorge.com, a mentored basketball program among other services for young female ballers. Number 9, Tiffany Mitchell. Tiffany Mitchell is the 5'9" shooting guard on the WNBA's Indiana Fever. The 27-year-old played college basketball at South Carolina, where she played for Coach Don Staley's Gamecocks, and was named the SEC Player of the Year twice. Tiffany was selected by the Fever in the first round of the 2016 WNBA draft. In June of 2020, Tiffany hit the 1,500 career points mark, which makes her the 7th player in the Indiana Fever franchise history to do so. She was also awarded the biggest fit in sports for the week by GQ Sports. Tiffany Mitchell is also a beauty that cannot go unnoticed, even on the court, as strong and fierce as she is with her games. Often thanks to her skilled defensive tactics, she is compared with Dwayne Wade. Number 8, Sydney Carter. Born in November 1990, Sydney Carter is currently a free agent. Known for her shooting arm, Carter is a member of the American Basketball League. She is a shooting guard who has spent most of her career playing for the Tulsa Shock, where she won 3 consecutive WNBA championships. Carter was selected 9th overall by the Chicago Sky during the 2016 draft when she left Tulsa after 10 seasons. She averaged 8.7 points per game with Tulsa and scored more than 2,000 points during her 10-year career with them. At 5'6", Carter has turned herself into every man's fantasy by creating one of the best bodies in sports. While doing it for professional and athletic reasons, Carter has worked her body into what could be described as perfect. Number 7, Taya Cooper. Born in 1997, Cooper is a point guard for the Los Angeles Sparks. The gorgeous athlete is not only an intense competitor on the court, she's got personality that keeps fans highly entertained on social media. She has amassed 1.4 million followers on Instagram and 1.5 million on TikTok. Her basketball skills, personality, dance moves, and sense of humor drive her popularity. Not to mention she loves posting TikTok videos, which is perfect because she is great at choreography and has a killer smile that fans can't get enough of. For Cooper, she believes interaction is key when trying to highlight women in sports and inspiring the future generation of athletes. Number 6, Kayla Charles. Charles is a sweetness that no one can ever get enough of. However, sweetness isn't the only thing she holds. Charles is also a fierce and gorgeous lady both on and off the court. She has dark eyes and dark curls that complement her look. She played college basketball for the University of Maryland College Park. After a successful career there, Charles was drafted by the Sun with the 23rd overall pick in the 2020 WNBA draft. Number 5. Derica Hami. Drafted into the WNBA in 2015 by then the San Antonio Stars, Hami has carved a niche for herself as an impact player off the bench. She has been a starter with the Stars but has found more success as the 6th woman following the team's relocation and subsequent rebranding into the Las Vegas Aces. Hami averaged 20.3 points per game in her senior year, the most in the Atlantic Coast Conference. Last year, she was named the WNBA's 6th Woman of the Year, the best and most valuable player in the league coming off the bench for the 2nd season in a row. She is truly a trailblazer for youngsters across the world. She has overcome several obstacles to realize her dream of playing in the WNBA. Number 4. Cheyenne Parker. Standing at a height of 6 feet 4 inches, the goddess on the court is what everyone calls Cheyenne, and it indeed is the truth. Whether it be in the games or her look, she is truly divine. Parker started her career in the WNBA as the 5th draft overall by the Chicago Sky in 2015. She spent 6 good years with the Sky before signing up with the Atlanta Dream in 2021. Besides WNBA, Parker has also played for Chinese, Korean, and Polish basketball leagues as an overseas player. Number 3. Elena Donne. Elena is one of the WNBA's 25 game-changing players and must have gotten mixed up along the way. We're sure she was supposed to be a runway model. Though she's been absent from competing as of late, having been in 3 games total this past season, the 32-year-old is super optimistic about dominating her opponents again and has largely been focusing on her recovery from back surgery. Despite her brief playing hiatus, she has a legacy that has already been cemented as one of the league's greatest and most influential athletes. The Olympic gold medalist is also the only WNBA player to be a member of the male-dominated 50-40-90 club, for having a 50% field goal percentage, 40% three-point field goal percentage, and 90% free throw percentage over the course of a regular season. Number 2. Kayla McBride. For 7 seasons, Kayla McBride has provided big buckets for WNBA and overseas teams. Her elite shooting ability means she can drain buckets from almost anywhere on the floor, particularly beyond the 3, ultimately earning her the nickname McBuckets. Having carved out a role for herself as shown by her 3 WNBA All-Star appearances, Kayla has figured out how to unlock new levels of her game by repeatedly defining her work ethic. Kayla shines just as brightly off the court as she does on it. When she isn't draining buckets, she's advocating for mental health awareness and embraces the culture of the family that surrounds her. Number 1. Liz Cambage. Once dragged down by doubt and depression, Liz is now setting records, leading the WNBA in scoring and dancing like no one is watching. Liz plays for the Las Vegas Aces and currently holds the WNBA single-game scoring record with her 53-point performance against the New York Liberty in 2018. She has been giving opposing defenses around the world nightmares for over a decade now. A professional basketball player from the age of 16, Liz developed an elite array of skills that, when combined with her muscular 6'8" frame, makes her nigh impossible to defend. She is considered among the greatest scorers in the world, which she has showcased throughout an odyssey of a career that has ushered her between the United States, China, and her native Australia. So what do you think? What are your thoughts about these talented WNBA athletes? Let us know in the comments below. We hope you enjoyed watching the video as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. See you next time, and goodbye.